Hello and welcome back to Green Money Momentum, where we talk about market movements, making money, and money momentum. And recently, there has been a lot of news with our president, Donald J. Trump. He recently spoke at the World Economic Forum. He also made a call to get MSNBC shut down. And he also signed a bunch of executive orders, some which include his promise to release the JFK and MLK assassination records. And this is pretty important because just over a year ago, he had made a promise to RFK about releasing these files, and now we could see he is president and he is going to keep up with his promise. So we're going to talk about all of this and the stock DJT and a little bit about the cryptocurrency Trump, but before anything, I want to say, as always, that this is not financial advice, and I always recommend doing your own due diligence before making any financial decisions. So let's get into it. So before getting into any of the news, I want to talk about the stock and the crypto first. And so first, when we look at the stock DJT, Trump Media and Technology Group, we could see that it has not been the best month, as we are down 11% currently, and all the pre-inauguration hype has already been sold off. So we are right back to where we were before the inauguration. But at the same time, there is no reason to be pessimistic about this, because as I've said for a long time, we are currently trading in a sideways channel. So before the elections, we had a lot of pre-election run-up, and we did see the stock making money and making movement every single day. But then right before the elections, right when we got to about $50 to $60, there was a lot of halting and manipulation, and the overall market and a lot of these investing firms were not allowing the trading of DJT. So there were multiple halts in a day that really hurt this stock and did cause a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in investors. So with that halting and manipulation, naturally a lot of retail investors have also sold out of DJT. But for anybody who is in DJT currently, or for anyone who is looking at this play as a potential opportunity, I encourage everyone to remember where the support and resistance levels lie. And so right now, as I record this video on the weekend, we are right under $33, which is a pretty major support level for DJT. The next major support level from here would be right around $29 to $27. And when we draw out that support line, we could see that this is a pretty major support for DJT. Now, these are if the stock continues to see a little bit of negative price momentum, but if we do see the momentum flip and go towards the upside, resistance from here would be at $35, followed by $40, and then after that we will reach back to the higher resistance levels of 45 to 47 for President Donald J. Trump, and then at 50. And where the mark is at 50 is what I've really been wanting to see this stock break out of, as this sideways channel seems to be where a lot of the halting and manipulation has kept us. But I do think a lot of retail investors are holding strong. But with the big money, the HFT bots, the high frequency trading bots, and a lot of Wall Street, they haven't been wanting to see this play run, so it's been artificially kept down. And this stock has been artificially kept down under these resistance levels, with 50 being the most strong resistance level. So if DJT does break past 50, we should really see a lot of momentum from this stock, and the movements after that are pretty unpredictable, as it could really shoot up anywhere. And then we also have the new cryptocurrency that was released just before the inauguration, and that is the official Trump coin. So we had the official Trump coin come out, and then we also had the official Melania coin be released. Currently, the official Trump coin is on Robinhood, so it is more accessible for more investors. But since the start of this coin, we really have only seen the price go down. But for any new investors hopping into the coin or into cryptocurrency, I consider this a great time to invest. Over the next 4 years, we should see a lot of hype and momentum when it comes to Donald J. Trump, and just the news that he will have as the president. You know, every single day, every single week, there's new news, and like I will get into the news later, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to Trump. So with that being said, at any time he could say something or really shake up the world, and that could just send a lot of momentum towards this coin or towards the DJT stock. But what sets Trump apart from DJT is a lot of the halting and manipulation we've seen in DJT can't necessarily happen with Trump, as it's not part of the Securities and Exchange Commission. So the SEC has no ability to halt this stock or do a lot of the sketchy stuff that they've done with DJT. Now, with that being said, at the same time, there are a lot of fundamentals behind DJT, which makes me really believe in the stock of DJT. But when it comes to Trump, there really isn't any fundamentals behind that. So DJT is part of the real company, which is Truth Social, also fighting the SEC with DJT, so it may be a longer hold. For anybody who is just looking at investing for momentum, trying to just make a quick buck, get in and get out, Trump really may be your best opportunity for that. And now this is just a theory I have also, but I believe with the way Trump has been pushing cryptocurrency and just everything that is being talked about in the economy, Trump also releasing this Trump coin, I believe that we are about to enter into a pretty crazy cycle in the market. I think it's going to be pretty similar to 2020, where a lot of funny money and meme plays ran. So, plays like GME, Dogecoin, a lot of these just funny, speculative meme stocks and meme coins to say ran very large. And with Trump being the most pro-crypto president ever, and just with a lot of what's being talked about, we may see a similar cycle coming up over the next 4 years. And with that being said, Trump is signing a lot of executive orders, including crypto, and paving the way for more of a digital asset stockpile. And as we know, the U.S. government does hold some Bitcoin. Trump said before he was elected that if he is elected, it will be the policy of his administration to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin that the U.S. government currently holds. And with how pro-crypto Trump is looking, it looks like he could be very well keeping up with this promise, which as a DJT investor gets me very excited, as we talked about this many months ago, and this was some pretty big news, and that was that Trump was in talks to buy the crypto exchange and the trading platform Bakkt. And so what also may be leading up, if we follow the long storyline that we've seen over the last couple months with Trump being so pro-crypto, him releasing a cryptocurrency, and then also what we just talked about with the crypto exchange Bakkt, I could see the mass adoption into cryptocurrency over the next 4 years. And DJT does hold a lot of cash on hand, so with the buying of this cryptocurrency, there could be something cooking up that is absolutely huge. And when it comes to huge and making moves that really shake up the world, that is what Trump is all about, as he also just recently spoke at the Economic Forum, and he had a lot to say. And at this economic forum, we did have a lot of world leaders there, and what Trump said is if that you don't make your product in America, that very simply you will have to pay a tariff. So he put a lot of fear into other leaders and other big members of the world, that if they're not making their product in America and helping the growth of America's GDP, simply they are going to have to pay more. And so if Trump is going to be this bold at the World Economic Forum, you could bet that as the President of the United States, he is going to be very bold as well. And that boldness may be the mass adoption into cryptocurrency, as I'm saying. But that's not the only bold, shocking, and big news out of Donald J. Trump. He also did sign the executive order to declassify the JFK, MLK, and RFK assassination files, which is pretty significant, as this was a promise he made to RFK at the beginning of the election trail. And so politicians are often known to be liars, but we could see here that Trump did not lie about this, and just day one of being in office, he's already looking at keeping that promise true. And so as I've been saying on this channel for a very long time, I am very bullish on DJT. These small movements that we are facing have me in no fear. If you have, just an example here, $100 of capital or $1,000 of capital or $10,000 of capital, a great way to invest that capital if you're looking at DJT and to not have fear is to really try to dollar cost average yourself into this play. So say you have that $1,000, right? The major support levels we are looking at right now are 27 to 29, 33, 35 to 37. It would be a great time to invest in all of those different spots. So say the stock right now is at 33. Say it drops down to 29. That is a great time to unload 300 of that 1,000 of your capital. If it goes back up to, I don't know, 40 and then drops back down to 33, that's another great time to invest. So historically, dips are always the best time to invest. There are a lot of catalysts with DJT that really should make this play move over the next 4 years. When it comes to the Trump cryptocurrency, that also has some potential, but just know that if you are investing into that, it is a little more speculative. But a big factor that really pushes stocks and cryptos in the market is fear of missing out and fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So right now, both of these plays are on a dip, and if you invest into both of these plays, you really should have the best return on investment if you do have a long picture and you are willing to hold for a couple weeks, a couple months, or even a year plus. And also, I forgot to mention, but Trump did make a call for MSNBC to be shut down. So he is all against the corrupt media, which is another reason why I think DJT itself holds a lot of potential, as Truth Social is really looking to be the best way for Americans to get the real, true stories out there, which a lot of these other news networks, CNN, MSNBC, and a lot of others, haven't always been the best with. As we know, a lot of these news networks often lie or make a story very one-sided, and Trump has been on the opposite side of that for most of his career. So just imagine if we did see a major news network get shut down, or we did see Truth Social buy one of those news networks, or we did just see a overall shift when it comes to the American media and just media in general. It could really push DJT to the moon, and with Trump as well, you know, that's a play that if you have a couple dollars in, it may be going up as well. So I would love to hear what everyone has to say about these two plays in the comments section below, what you think about all the current world economic news, what you think about Trump, so on and so on. So please drop that comment in the section below. Please leave a like and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.